Hi everyone. So thanks for joining me for today's live. We're going to be doing hair care with, I'm just going to turn the music down. Hair care and all the fun that comes with it. So basically what we're going to do today is have some basically eggs, castor oil, olive oil, honey, and coconut oil, and we're going to put it all together just to give us like a super nice hair mask. So I'm going to do it live with you guys. Of course, like, you can replay it, and also drop down in the comments if you like, you know, your countries, where you're from, things like that, so that yeah, we can actually set up good times to all meet up, and so that you guys can join in the lives. Thanks for being here, for the support, and if you want to do it with me, I'm going to go until the part where basically we rinse off the mask. So I won't be waiting for half an hour, because sometimes I wait for the mask to be on for like half an hour, sometimes I wait 2 hours, it just depends. So basically, all you need is eggs. So I've actually written them down because they are actually out of date, but that doesn't matter. So my hair eggs. Then we've got the castor oil, the same castor oil that I have been using, that I use for my eyelashes, for my eyebrows, and that I use on my hair. So this will be my last mask before I go for a bit of a chop, bit of a redo. This was, you know, my summer natural hairstyle, and now I'm just going to do one last mask, and then yeah, you guys can. We've got olive oil. You can literally use any olive oil. Then we've got coconut oil. You can literally use any coconut oil, and a bit of honey, just any honey, and then we're going to mix it up. So first off, put a towel around you, of course, because otherwise you will literally like get it all over you. So what you want is a bowl and just a fork to mix it in. So what we're going to do is just crack the eggs. So basically, I'm going to use, for my length of hair, I'm going to use like maybe 2 eggs. I usually like to do 3 if it's like, you know, a super big mask and, you know, whatever the case is. But you can use 2 eggs, or 3 or 1 if you've got super short hair. So yeah, just crack the egg open in the bowl. So I'm just going to crack 1 egg in the bowl so far. And so we've got 1 egg in the bowl. Then I'm going to crack the second one, and then literally add olive oil. Here we go. So you can just add like a tiny bit of olive oil. So I'll show you guys here, like tiny or a lot, I don't know, just till it gets maybe half. It just depends on my mood, really. If I want to make it more like a protein egg remedy, a hair remedy, or if I want to make it more of an oil regenerative mask for that time. And then you mix these in together. So we're just going to mix, and while we're mixing, I'll talk to you guys about eggs and why they're so good and important. I mean, eggs are like one of the best sources of protein, right, when we eat them. But eggs also work the protein when they are on your hair. So I've been reading a lot about it. Like last year, I read a lot about it. My hair was like super short. I did a lot of hair modeling, you know, and with all my concerts and photo shoots, I was just dyeing my hair red all the time. And so basically it just got really short. So I decided to do these egg masks. I had read about them, so super good protein. People mix it in with different stuff, but I love the olive oil. So I'm just going to keep mixing this. The olive oil is super good because it's obviously natural oil. We love natural oils, so all of these are literally home, things that you can find in your home, you know, no chemicals, super natural, and that's what we all love today. So I have mixed this in. It should sort of look like a this sort of mixture, and I'm just going to let it set for a sec, because what I'm going to do is prep with the castor oil. So my split ends are appearing, and I'm just going to dab then a little bit of like castor oil. It's super oily and super like greasy, but you can just take it on the ends and add it to your ends first. So there we go. And this will just give it that little oil, because when you're going to put the hair egg mask, it's super important to put the egg mask, and I'll be explaining it, on the scalp. So the oily parts can go down here, but where the protein is going to be is at the root of your scalp, not at the end. So you're going to want to get that protein hit from the eggs at the scalp. So do remember to put, you know, if you've got any oily stuff, you don't necessarily need to put it like in the scalp. Just put it at the end. So we've got the castor oil here. Hi. All right. And I'm just going to do the other side with the castor oil. So this is prepping just while this egg mixture is sort of sitting, and then we're just going to add a couple of other home products just to make it that like super home hair mask. So a little bit more castor oil, basically as much as you want. Do remember not to put it at the top. We want to get at the top of the scalp the eggs and the protein. And honestly, if you do this, I was doing it once a month. I started once a month last year. Then I started doing it like, you know, once a week. And I've stopped doing it once a week now. But during lockdown, for example, I was doing it once every 2 weeks. And I did have extensions in, I think. But if you did look, you know, my stories and stuff, you could see my hair. It was literally this short last year, and it's grown to like this much. So I think that's like 15 centimeters, and I really do believe in this hair mask, and it's all homemade, it's all natural. For another oil that you can use, if you want to put this here at the bottom instead of castor oil, you're more than welcome to use coconut oil. You're more than welcome to use argan oil as well. All of those oils are really good, but the best oil that you want to put into the hair mask is the olive oil. So I've put the olive oil in, I've mixed it in. I'm just going to add like literally the tiniest bit of honey. Honey's always good, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't even know why you wouldn't want to add it in. I mean, honey has like, you know, a lot of like healthy benefits. I actually should do a live on honey on your face, because it actually works. You know, honey masks, it, you know, gets your pores nice and tight, you know, gets your skin, you know, looking fresh, and it's sort of like an bacterial agent and soothing agent as well. So yeah, honey, super good to eat and super good to put on your face and on your hair as well. So then if you want or not, it's optional. Once you've got the cracked eggs, the olive oil, you can also add the coconut oil. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit to make this like a full-on basically mask for today. I could have done as well, if I didn't have castor oil, put the coconut oil here and then done the mask with the eggs up here. And if you want, you can just go straight in with the mask and not worry about the roots. If you just want to get your hair to grow but you don't have really like split ends or dead hair, you don't even need to do this first part with the castor oil. So a bit of coconut oil, and I literally use the ones that I cook with. So it's not like special olive oil, special this and that. It's literally the olive oil that you buy in the supermarket that I cook with. So when I cook. And yeah, so we've got the hair now. You just mix it all in together. So now we've got eggs. We've got make like pancakes, or like crepes they call them, but it sort of looks like the start of a crepe mixture without the flour and milk sort of thing. So anyway, let's get started. You can use gloves if you want or not. To be honest, I like having the eggs. I'm not going to do it today, but I like just using my fingers because, you know, I'm like, oh, well, if it gets protein on your hair, maybe it'll get into, you know, like the fingers and make your cuticles and nails grow. So I like to just literally put on the mask with my bare hands. And then with the residue, what I do is I put it on my eyelashes because I believe, well, if it's on this, it grows your hair, well, it may grow your eyelashes too. So we've got that done, and now you're just going to take it, and always the scalp. So start with the scalp, and it's sort of like this masky, like texture. So we just want to get it at the roots, right? Then just take it, keep taking it, and just slapping it on the root side. So the most important part is to set. You could even do the mask and just have literally the eggs up to like here in your hair. That's really the most important part. So I'm just going to keep putting it on. You just literally slap it on like this, and here as well. Yeah, so guys, this I think will be the last time you see my summer hair, because usually it's like red, and I'm gonna go in for a chop and for a sort of a redoing my hair, so you guys will get the surprise. Okay, and now when it's at the top half here, what you want to do is just literally start mixing it in at the scalp, just so it gets like into the scalp. So just massage it a little bit, and here into the scalp as well. I'm going to have so much left because usually what I do is just like, you know, slap the rest on, but here I just want to get really the main parts. So these main parts are done. Each time you've put the egg on a part, like I've just done, just massage it in so it actually gets to the scalp, okay? Also, if you have colored hair, I do recommend that you do it like maybe just before you're about to color your hair, because it does, when it rinses out, it will take out some of your color. If you know you've got a bright color like red or blue or pink, you know, if you've got obviously brown or blonde, it won't really change the consistency of your hair color. But if you do have a red, blue, or whatever colored hair, yeah, do it just before you're gonna, or the day before you're going to redo your red. So I'm just gonna put my head upside down now because I do want to do the upside down section, and I'm just gonna literally slap it on and then just keep massaging it. So massage it here, all underneath. Yay. I do swear by this egg mask. It really does work. I read about it. I was like a bit skeptic, and then I'm like, wow, it actually works. Like, and I'm just so into you know, home hacks, home remedy hacks, even before lockdown. You know, not going out and getting, you know, all these crazy products that, you know, actually probably eggs and olive oil work better. So there we go. Now once I've done the whole scalp, and I can go to the ends, which have already, remember, they've got castor oil on them, but I can just still add a little bit of the egg on it, right? So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to slap it on. See, I didn't even really need that much. I put like 2 eggs, sorry, but I don't even need those 2. So I'm just going to go in like that. And that's good. And once you're done, you don't really need to do anything to the mask or wait for it to dry. Like, the egg is just going to sort of sit there. So it won't actually, you know, dry. It's not like a face mask. So here, I'm just going to get a pin, a clip, put it in. And now I can take this off. So yeah, you wait. As I said, you can wait literally like 15 minutes if you want to just have like this express mask happening. I love to wait and do it like 2 hours, rinse it off. Sorry, it seems to be cutting out on the live here. And thanks for your love hearts, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I mean, I am in love with this like technique. So remember, the most important part of this whole egg thing, and I did mention it at the start, but when you go to rinse it off, so you can, hop in the shower, rinse it off, but, if you want to have a cold shower, or basically you need to rinse it off with cold water. So, put your head forward, rinse it off with cold water. If you rinse it off with warm or hot water, what are you going to get? I don't know if you can drop it in the comments. Hot and eggs, I don't know, it doesn't really work. You probably get scrambled eggs. So you want to be using cold water to rinse it out. It's going to smell like egg for a little bit, so you might want to shampoo it out, or you might want to condition it out, whatever you really want to do. So I'm going to leave this in for 2 solid hours and then rinse it out and do another one, next week or in 2 weeks, whenever I really feel like it. So yeah, I had to do this one before I was getting, a new hairstyle, new haircut, just to, reinforce it, give it more protein. So I'm just going to do a recap on what I have used. So see, my bowl is still full. I didn't even use like a lot of it. So in this beautiful mix, there is eggs. I literally use out-of-date eggs, so if I've forgotten to eat, my eggs, I use out-of-date eggs and they're still fine. So hair, you don't need to buy, organic eggs, whatever eggs work. So you've got the eggs. Then chuck in the olive oil. Then you chuck in as optional, so you don't have to do the next ones. You don't have to do the honey, but I put just some honey in and some coconut oil. So these are really optional and not really like super important. The most important one is eggs and olive oil. Make a nice mask. Whisk it with the fork so that it blends in together. And while you're waiting, you can use whatever oil you have is fine. Just put it on the ends if you've got split ends just before doing the mask. And if you still have residue in, which is what I'm going to do after we hop off, is use the rest of the egg mix to put it just on my eyelids. And once I remove all my makeup, just put it on my eyelids and eyebrows to keep growing my eyelids and eyebrows, because I'm like, well, maybe there's protein and good to be done there. So as well as the castor oil that I put, on my eyelids to make them grow, I do use the eggs when I'm doing my hair mask. I just, use the residue. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Next week's live will be about music. So next week's theme, next Sunday, is all about music. If next month for the healthcare, home tips, fitness, beauty, makeup tutorials, if you guys have anything that you guys want to discuss, drop it in the comments. I'd be so happy to do one for you guys if you have any ideas. Otherwise, I'll just roll with it, or I might do a little survey on Instagram. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, and take care. And I'll be rinsing this in 2 hours with cold water. Always remember that. So yeah, thank you guys. Hope you had a good weekend. Have a happy Sunday wherever you are in the world. And stay safe, stay healthy, keep smiling, and always positive vibes. Mwah. Lots of love. Bye. Take care, guys. And it will be on replay too, so you guys can replay the home hacks. Bye.